Yeah. That's good. Yeah,
Too many things are going this way. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna do that. Even down to my travel, I'm like, ooh, if it's like off, that flight ain't for me, or this ain't for me. Like,
So then that was kind of like, hold up. You know what I'm saying? What's going on here? And
did that make you want to be a rapper more, or make you want to make more money to get it back?
Nah.
No.
I'm not with him.
No.
Yeah, not by choice, but I respect him.
When asked if she was single, Angela Simmons responded with just 3 words, and that said it all.
It was clear her answer was about Yoti. But now, the roles have flipped.
Gotti, once the pursuer, is reaching out again, pleading for Angela's return after Gorilla publicly humiliated him. Angela herself had been quietly stepping back for months before that live broadcast, weary of extravagant gifts, late-night calls, and endless gossip.
Let's rewind.
Do you remember when Gotti first confessed his feelings for Blast? Back in 2015, he sent a direct message expressing his crush, even mentioning that he had just started following Angela Simmons. "I've got a crush on Angela Simmons," he boldly declared. No subtlety, no hesitation. And when he publicly admitted his admiration for Blast, fans were delighted. Angela, daughter of a reverend and a staple in the hip-hop elite, had often been seen as untouchable. Yet now, this Memphis rapper is openly stating, "Yeah, I want her," and the public reaction was intense. Their story transformed from a potential romance to an undeniable headline by 2023. They finally made their official Instagram debut together when Angela posted a stunning photo of them, captioned simply, "You are everything I need." On the surface, it seemed perfect, a true adult celebrity couple goal. But insiders suggest the reality behind the scenes was already fraying. While social media painted the picture of a flawless romance, cracks were forming. Angela reportedly felt like she was the only one putting in effort.
Sources revealed she sensed she was giving more than she was receiving.
Yoti's relentless schedule made her feel sidelined, and Angela, with her own thriving fashion empire and ambitions for stability, didn't want to be just a public accessory. Meanwhile, Gorilla, one of Gotti's own artists, was omnipresent as his label CMG gained momentum. She was constantly in the studio, at local events, and part of the post-FNF buzz. Initially, fans shrugged it off as purely business-related. But as is often the case, whispers turned into headlines. Soon, rumors began circulating about Gotti getting too close to Gorilla.
Then the explosive moment arrived.
Gorilla went live on AIG, humiliating Gotti in front of everyone. Suddenly, it seemed like he had lost it all: Angela, his image, everything he had worked for. What had started as a rapper's dream, a fairy tale-like romance, rapidly spiraled into one of the most chaotic and publicized breakups of recent memory.
Now, the story takes on a murkier tone.
The entire incident between Gorilla and Yo Gotti has exposed a tangled web of emotions, ambition, and public scrutiny. Behind every Instagram-perfect moment, the real-life drama was escalating, proving once again that celebrity relationships can collapse as quickly as they shine. Even without saying a single word, Glow's situation was loud enough to capture everyone's attention online. The internet had already started dissecting the problem. The main issue? Gotti wasn't treating her like a typical label artist. Instead, he was showering her with extravagant gifts, almost as if trying to secure her favor.
Remember when he showed up with that brand new Maybach for her birthday?
Yes, an actual luxury SUV at home. Not just a cake or a bouquet, but a $200,000 car wrapped in a giant red bow. Angela shared the moment on Instagram, captioning it, "You are the greatest." Fans went wild in the comments, speculating about the intensity of her pursuit, so much so that it felt like a marriage proposal.
It didn't stop there. Gotti didn't hold back when it came to jewelry either.
He gifted her an 18-carat Audemars Piguet Royal Oak worth $65,000. Everyone watching could tell it was a statement, not just a casual gesture. But here's the thing. Until there's real commitment, no one throws around diamond watches and luxury items without reason. People started wondering, is this purely professional, or is there something deeper happening? Some fans commented, noting that she was beautiful, always complimented in interviews, and showered with top-tier gifts. And that's true. Gotti spoke about her like a proud mentor, a star student who deserved recognition. He wasn't just buying gifts, he was elevating her publicly. At her birthday party in Memphis, he performed alongside her, treating her like a devoted fan might treat a celebrity crush.
This wasn't some awkward corporate maneuver, it was clear endorsement in plain sight.
Even though Gorilla never disrespected Angela or acted unprofessional, the sheer visibility of her presence made people question. If he's doing all this for Glow, what does that mean for Angela? Actions, after all, speak louder than words, and Gotti's actions were impossible to ignore. Meanwhile, Angela's Instagram told a different story. She shared a post in her story that read, "At night, I want everything that flows, everything that moves, everything that goes." This wasn't just a motivational quote, it was a subtle signal.
She wasn't about to defend a man whose attention was elsewhere.
An insider explained, Angela isn't the jealous type, that's not her.
But she isn't naive either.
She notices the red flags and wants more reassurance, more time, more effort from Gotti. Everything started to click when the minor separation escalated. Gorilla publicly humiliated Gotti during a live Instagram session, leaving him looking completely confused. In the end, it was all smoke and mirrors, a mix of public gestures, hidden tensions, and subtle signals that everyone online was piecing together. All of those seemingly perfect posts captured everyone's attention like the latest reality TV sensation. Meanwhile, Gotti is the one scrambling behind the scenes, desperate to win Angela back. But here's the real twist. Angela has stayed completely silent. Sometimes, silence says more than any post or rant ever could. If you are expecting her to publicly shame Gotti or drag him through the mud, you're in for a disappointment. This simply isn't her style. She hasn't dropped subtle jabs on Instagram or gone live to vent. Instead, months ago, she delivered one of the most graceful MIC drops in hip-hop history. When Angie Martinez asked her if she was single, she smiled and replied calmly, "Out of respect for him."
I respect him. He has my utmost respect and affection.
He's working on his project, and I'm happy for him. At the time, fans called it elegant and even hinted it sounded like closure. But in the wake of Gorilla's viral "I do not need no birdie" moment, her words feel even more pointed. Rumors suggest that Gotti has been trying privately to win Angela back. The situation has a quiet kind of irony, almost as if she had hoped it would work out, only for him to mishandle it. Some fans have noted that Angela may have known far more about Glow, label politics, and behind-the-scenes drama than she ever let on. Looking back, her interview now reads like a subtle warning to anyone trying to come between her and her dignity. Behind the scenes, Gotti reportedly has been reaching out to mutual friends, sending flowers, and trying to mediate through acquaintances to reconnect with her. Other sources claim he's been actively interacting with her old Instagram posts, a classic "I miss you" move that fans are dissecting online.
In 2025, the internet is devouring every gesture.
Social media users are mocking him, highlighting the fall from the confident man who won his dream woman to someone retreating in shame. Some dismiss it as a desperate ex trying to claw back a relationship, while others, the hopeless romantics, argue he deserves another shot after years of pursuit. Regardless, it's a striking transformation. Gotti went from being the powerful figure who had it all to the man struggling publicly with loss. At the same time, his on and off dynamic with Glow is collapsing in public view. But why is Gotti seemingly crawling back to Angela now? It's more than just losing her, it's as if his entire world is wobbling. Rumors have been circulating about potential legal trouble tied to his CMG label, including a possible RICO case. Scotty's name keeps surfacing, especially as interest in the Young Dolph murder trial resurfaces. No official confirmations exist, but in the music industry, where there's smoke, there's often fire. Now, picture yourself in Angela's shoes. She's one of the hottest rising rappers, with festival appearances, brand endorsements, and major projects lined up. The last thing she wants is to get tangled in a complicated legal dispute with a former label head. It's easy to see why she's maintaining her distance and keeping her cards close to her chest. She went live and declared herself untouchable. It's clear she's trying to protect her success before things spiral out of control. Meanwhile, Angela has her hands full. She's a mother, running multiple businesses, and building a brand centered on health and fitness. Getting caught up in rumors of RICO or messy public drama is the last thing she's prepared for. Her polite and composed demeanor serves as a quiet signal. She's stepping away from the chaos in an elegant, understated way.
Gotti, on the other hand, is visibly shaken.
Single and struggling to maintain his image, he risks losing one of his biggest talents. The irony is thick. The man who once flaunted his conquest over his longtime crush is now scrambling desperately to hold on to her. While the internet watches the fallout like a live spectacle, sources report that Gotti has gone to extreme lengths to win Angela back. The efforts are intense, uncharacteristic, even frantic, ranging from sending flowers and showing up at her doorstep to long, unanswered late-night calls and secret attempts to mediate the situation.
But Angela isn't budging.
Her energy is fully invested in her businesses and raising her son, and if you look at her recent appearances, she radiates confidence and calm, entirely unbothered. Rumors even suggest she might be exploring new romantic possibilities. Whether that's true or not, the message is unmistakable. She's not waiting around for Gotti to regain composure. Everything fell apart after Gorilla publicly clashed with Gotti, exposing him as weak and vulnerable. The internet pounced immediately. Losing an artist during a live performance is one thing, but having a woman you've chased for years and finally had refuse to come back? That's a whole new level of public humiliation. Fans are divided. Some hope for reconciliation, believing love might pull them back together, while others mock him relentlessly, saying, "Bro, finally realizing what you lost." This isn't a romance movie, it's a man witnessing his world crumble around him. Gotti clings to Angela because she represents the one steady part of his life, amid all the label and artist chaos. Yet no one can predict Angela's next move. She's kept her distance, avoided Gotti, and hasn't addressed the Gorilla drama.
Her focus remains on her son and her business.
Even in silence, there's a story being told. We may be witnessing one of the most publicized heartbreaks in hip-hop history if she continues to ignore him. And Glow is next. She, too, has stepped back, leaving Gotti in the mess he helped create. He's chasing someone who has already moved on, all while displaying Angela publicly as if to prove a point. The DM to public love story seems to have reached its final chapter, wrapped up like a cautionary fairy tale. The hip-hop world is watching to see if he can recover from such a public downfall. One thing is certain, when legacy, love, and loyalty collide, nothing fades quietly. How this story unfolds will shape the way fans remember it, and soon, we'll see exactly how Angela responded.